Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. We are going to be talking about the cope. The cope that is Jake Paul. Because Canelo literally just finessed. He used Jake Paul, used him, and then just threw him into the trash can. You know? And Jake Paul is really salty, really mad. He's having a crash out, brother. He's reminding me of Kanye West. Him and Kanye West are having a crash out at the moment. Both of them at the same time. We have Kanye West out here tweaking on Twitter/X, putting a bunch of ridiculous tweets, being really offensive, saying a bunch of offensive stuff. And then we have, Jake Paul here, who is just on a spiral, like he is just sad and upset that the big fight that he wanted, or that he thought he had in his hands, it's gone. Canelo Alvarez just signed a 4-fight deal with Turkey Al-Akshi, and he's going to be fighting 3 out of the 4 of those fights in Saudi, and one of them being in Las Vegas, which that Vegas fight is going to be on September 13th, which is going to be this year. The fight in May is going to be taking place in Saudi, as for the 2 other fights in 2026. So he's gonna be fighting like how I predicted. I knew all along, for like more than a month ago, I knew that Canelo was going to be fighting Skull, and after Skull, he was going to fight Terence Crawford for all the marbles. Because let's be real, once I saw Canelo in that Ring Magazine award show over there in London, I knew that this fight was gonna happen. And then as soon as I knew that this fight was gonna happen, I'm like, okay, so Canelo's gonna be fighting Skull to become undisputed again, so he could become undisputed. So when he goes in to fight Crawford, he's undisputed, because Crawford wants to fight for all the marbles. If Crawford fights Canelo, and Canelo fights somebody else that is not Skull on May, let's say he fights a Benavidez on May, and then he fights Crawford on September, he's only going to have 3 out of the 4 belts. He's not going to be undisputed on that fight with Crawford, because Skull's going to have the other belt. So in order to be undisputed, he obviously needs to go over there and fight Skull, beat him, take the belt again, become undisputed, 2-time undisputed, and then go and fight Crawford for the marbles, for all the belts, to defend his belt and whip his ass. Because Crawford has no chance. I'm sorry, he has no chance against this Canelo, man. This Canelo is a different version than the one Floyd Mayweather fought. And Crawford ain't no fucking Floyd Mayweather, let me tell you that much. He ain't no Floyd Mayweather, Nobody will be as good as Floyd Mayweather in terms of defensively, and he is the best defensive fighter I've ever seen, and there will be no other like Floyd Mayweather in terms of defensive skills. Crawford is the closer to that, but he's no Mayweather. He can get hit. He gets hit, man. But the only issues that he hasn't fought, or the people that has fought him, they just haven't had the power or hit him clean with a nice flow shot. Because let's be real, Crawford, when he got hit with Gamboa, he got knocked down against Gamboa. Gamboa knocked him down at 135. And then when he went to 147, when he was fighting Mean Machine dropped him too. So he got dropped twice, even though they trying to say that it was a slip. No. He got dropped twice. Alright. Already. Name me a fucking time where Floyd Mayweather got dropped throughout his whole career. Never. He never got dropped. He's got rocked before, obviously, but he's never gone dropped, man. And Crawford has gotten rocked and dropped. Alright. So this Canelo is gonna be the best version. It's gonna be the best equipped version of Canelo to fight Crawford, because he's gonna have all the experience. He knows how to fight that type of style now, and he's just gonna have no chance, you know. And after that, he's gonna be fighting either on February of 2026. He's gonna be fighting. The names are the winner between Bivol and Beterbiev, it seems, and Chris Eubank Jr., which is terrible fight. I don't want to see that shit. Chris Eubank Jr. doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it, man. And then on the third one is Hamza Shiraz, which is a good test because, you know, Hamza Shiraz is young, he's tall, he has some pop, you know, he's rangy, he knows how to use his range. That'll be a good fight for him. Either Hamza Shiraz or Bivol, or whoever wins between Bivol and Beterbiev. I don't know how that is gonna go, but those are the three names that he might fight on February of 2026 on that 4-fight deal. And his last fight is to be determined. They don't even have a name for that one yet. They don't even have options yet for that one. So yeah, man. Canelo. And look at Jake Paul, brother. Look at Jake Paul. He's out here crying, bro. His promotion is crying. They're all crying because who else is Jake Paul gonna fight that people are gonna care? Or that Netflix? Because let's be honest, Netflix was the one behind this. This was a big reason why Jake Paul had a chance to even negotiate or even be in the same table as Canelo in terms of that, because of Netflix. Netflix would want that, and that's the reason. Another reason why, you know, when Mike Tyson got injured and he had that scare, the health scare. That's why they decided to, instead of, you know, picking a different opponent, they decided to wait because they wanted Mike Tyson. You know, Netflix wanted a Mike Tyson in order, for the event. He was the star. Let's be real here. It wasn't Jake Paul. It was Mike Tyson. The whole world was there for Mike Tyson. Without Mike Tyson, there's no Netflix event. Let's be real here. So this Jake Paul saying that, because bro, Netflix, they're just latching onto you because you could, you could make some good money. But, you know, if you don't bring somebody like with a name, someone that, you know, that could attract Netflix, then Netflix ain't gonna fucking go over there and put up a fight with somebody, with some bozo that they don't know. They're not gonna put you against some washed up with no name just for a fight. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that for you. You gotta like, no one's gonna watch that shit, you know. And Netflix knows that nobody's gonna watch Jake Paul fight some random, you know. And even on his last pay-per-view that he did terrible. Only did like 100K around there. For somebody of Jake Paul, who he considers himself to be this pay-per-view star, man, which he ain't, you know. The only reason is because of the names that he brought, you know. So if he doesn't find a name, for Netflix ain't gonna fucking do anything with him, you know. Who else is he gonna be? Who else is he gonna name? Crawford? I think Crawford should knock his ass out. Who else? Who else he's gonna fight? Another retired fighter? Another old fighter? Come on, man. This might be over for Jake Paul, you know. Unless he goes over there, swallow his pride, and goes and fights KSI. That's the only big fight that he has left, which is a fight with KSI. You know, no one's gonna care if Jake Paul goes over there and fights with Tommy Fury. No one's gonna see that. No one's gonna care. You know, for Jake Paul to go and fight Tommy Fury, we've seen it already. You know, he lost. You know, and nobody, and the only reason why, you know, obviously people care about Tommy Fury was because he's a brother of Tyson Fury. That's it. You know, other than that, he's pretty much, you could say, irrelevant. You know, he's irrelevant. So this is good news, man. We're gonna get a real fight, you know, on May. We're not gonna get the gimme shitty fight between Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul, because let's be honest, even if Jake Paul gets his ass whipped in the first round, gets knocked out by Canelo. Just stepping into the ring, just stepping into that ring with Canelo Alvarez. He won. He basically won. You know, he's just going to be bragging about it. Yeah, I lost, but I got in there with Canelo Alvarez. That's going to be all he's going to be talking about. He doesn't care about winning or losing. He cares about, oh, I did this. That's what he cares about. So Canelo not giving him that chance, the opportunity, you know, to do that. He's not going to give him the W, man. Because Canelo knows, doesn't matter. He wins. If he goes in that ring with me, he wins. It doesn't matter if I knock him out. He wins. I'm supposed to knock him out because I'm the pro fighter, you know. I've been doing this shit for 20 years. But the only difference is that he's going to win. He's going to pay because Jake Paul's going to get paid either way if he goes in there, you know. That's what I'm saying, you know. So we got to stop this farce and let's be serious here, because we can't be having, you know, because boxing is a dangerous sport, man. It is a dangerous sport. A couple of days ago, let me see, I'll tell you. A couple of days ago, there was a boxing event, and I think it was in Ireland or somewhere over there. There was a boxing event, and there was an Irish boxer by the name of John Cooney who was fighting, you know, who was fighting in that event. This happened on the first day of the month, February 1st, and so he went in there. He fought. I don't know how the fight ended, but all I heard is that he sustained some injuries, and so they rushed him to the hospital, and unfortunately he ended up succumbing to his wounds or to his injuries, you know, and he passed away, obviously. And he was only 28. I mean, he was only 28 years old, John Cooney, man. When he's young lad. What a young lad, man. And I'm telling you, boxing shit is serious, man. So you can't have fucking fighting retired fighters. You're gonna get them injured. You never know, you know. A couple of days ago, I saw Darren Till knock out some dude named Anthony Taylor or some shit like that. Brutal fashion. Brutal. They had to take him to the hospital after that. He's not a pro. Like this Anthony Taylor, he's not a pro fighter, bro. He got in there with a pro fighter in Darren Till. Darren Till almost fucking decapitated him, bro. I'm telling you right now. So, hopefully this whole boxing shit circus ends, you know. And yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. Let me know, guys, what you think about Jake Paul and his spiral, Canelo, his 4 fight deal, and the unfortunate passing of John Cooney. Rest in peace, young lad. Just protect yourself at all times in there, man. If you're in there, you're a fighter, you go in there and you see that you don't feel right, you start to feel something different, say something. Don't just let it go and just say, yo, I don't feel good, something's not right, you know. You know, I know it's a fight and it's hard to do that, but you know, it's just tough, man. It's just what they signed up for, unfortunately. You don't play boxing, you know. You don't play boxing. But thank you guys for watching, and peace out.